Hi, I'm Matt.
And I'm Dee Dee. We are the hilarious outcome of opposing brains sharing a mutual desire to share knowledge and positive thinking about hemp and cannabis.
We are here to tear down the walls built by Big Pharma and other big companies that seek to keep the human race in fear and divided.
We are here to shatter the myths about hemp and cannabis and change the stigma of this amazing plant. Welcome to Hemp and Happiness with the Hemp Queen
And Emperor.
Podcast. Join us as we venture into this misunderstood and the unknown. Oh, if you hear Matt there in the background groaning, we can't wait to get to our new spot and be settled. It's a little, it's a little uncomfortable recording down here, just a scotch.
I think it's quite comfortable, actually.
The atmosphere is fine. It's just a little awkward the way we have to sit and stuff. So yeah, we can make it to our new home. Thanks, Happy Hempsters, for listening to us as always. And so we got some really big news. One, I wanted to say thank you so much to all of our listeners that voted for us in the Leo Reader's Choice Awards. Our podcast was voted #1 in the Ville. So that is super, super cool. And we were also voted as best CBD oil in Louisville as well. So thank you guys so much. We really, really, really appreciate that. And this episode is kind of funny because this week when this drops, actually, we are celebrating our 4th year in business as 502 Hemp. So super, super, super proud of that. It has been... amazing. Ups and downs and so much fun. And I love how many people we've gotten to help throughout the years. And that's kind of what this episode's going to be about. Matt has some questions to ask me, so it's kind of interesting. I don't know what he's planned.
Well, yes. So, we decided that since we won these awards, and it's our anniversary and 4 years, that we would go ahead and make this one all about us.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. Not to be totally self-indulgent, but...
Every now and again's okay.
Yeah.
That's why I got a big butt.
And those who didn't start at episode 1, which is totally fine because, as you know, podcasts evolve.
Yeah.
You might not know some of the stories, some of the information about who we are, why we do what we do, and how we got to where we are today and where we want to go tomorrow. Mm-hmm. So with that being said, Dee Dee, for the listeners out there, give us a little background about the birth of 502 Hemp.
Well, the birth of 502 Hemp kind of happened out of necessity. I had started selling these products back in 2016 under the original name of Nature's Beauty and Wellness. And then I got a cease and desist letter from this company out in California. So I changed it to Kentucky Beauty and Wellness. So I had no hemp in it.
I don't think I knew that. So
no.
The first product, the first name was Nature's Beauty and Wellness.
Yeah.
Who'd have guessed that was taken?
And John thought of it. Well, it wasn't.
Of course he did, because he read it on something.
No, it actually wasn't. They just used Nature's Beauty. They didn't have the wellness side to it.
And the wellness is the most important part. So you could have been Nature's Wellness.
I could have, probably. I'm sure that's taken. I'm sure. But, I didn't do my due diligence, so it is what it is. Well, I had started setting...
Rabble-rouser, always causing trouble.
That is me. So I had set up at fairs and festivals throughout Louisville, started just earning my little following, and I'd meet people in some of the craziest places like parks and CVS parking lots, Heine Brothers. I'd meet people everywhere, and, I'd kind of teach them. I was even doing CBD parties at people's homes, which was kind of fun and cool, getting to, educate a little group of people. So that was kind of neat.
How many men were at those parties?
Actually, I did a yoga one, and there was the same amount of men as there was women.
Okay.
So there.
Okay. So it wasn't like a fantasy party.
No.
It was...
I didn't get to do any of those. I don't know if John would appreciate that.
I've heard the stories.
Dude, let's not go there. Anyway, so in 2018, I was like, man, John, I really need a place. And he's like, yeah, I'd just grown out of it. And winter was coming. So, it's always a good time to open something up. Why not? But what really got me was that one of our local health food stores was selling a brand of CBD products that was made by using butane extraction. Well, if you don't know, I'm going to remind you, I am not a fan of that. I just don't believe in using a natural known carcinogen that has never been approved by the FDA and recognized as safe for human consumption as a way to extract these products with. So it absolutely actually infuriated me. And I was like, that's it. And it's funny, the place where we've been this whole time at 201 Mosier Road, I had driven by this place so many times, and it was the Rapid Ink refill place. And I always saw it from the street, and I was like, I'm going to go check that out. And it wasn't, I think it was like the second place I looked at. There was actually a little ATM drive-thru across the street. I don't know if you knew that, like right in front of Roosters. And I thought that would be pretty cool, but it was so small. And I knew I couldn't do any teaching there and stuff like that. So, and they
like
didn't.
One of those photo shack.
Kind of. Yeah, that's what it was. And I think that was a little key place. And
yes.
Yeah, photo shack. And they were going to make it a little ATM, but then the bank moved from that area. But so I talked to the leasing agent and, that's how I ended up in that spot. And it's been a great spot, I believe. You can see it. There's a light to turn in and off of Shelbyville Road. That was just huge. I think nice parking.
Traffic's a little unruly now.
Shelbyville Road can be a big pain in the ass. Especially during go down to Oxmoor Mall and stuff for the holidays. Blech. But it was just out of necessity. And then that's what made me change the name too and start like a new company. So it became 502 Hemp.
So the 502 Hemp started when the store opened.
Technically, yes. Even though I've been doing it for a while longer.
So what was on the bottles prior to?
It was a brand called Medela that my husband had created, and then Extract Wellness bought it over. But Medela, I told my husband, I warned his ass, that is a breast pump. That is the name of a breast pump. And he's like, well, it means wellness or something like that in Latin. I said, John, it's breast pump. He didn't believe me. So then Extract Wellness took it over, and then they got the cease and desist letter because they started growing it.
What was it called? Medela?
Medela, Medela, I believe.
I'm not for.
Yeah. Yep. That was one of the first. And then the honeybee CBD, which we still have some of those. Yeah.
We do.
Because we got loyal people that love that.
On sale at 502hemp.com.
It is on sale. But we do have a few loyal people that love it. Plus, they're in the 4 ounces. I think that's what people like.
Do they like the big bottle?
They like the big bottle.
So then before there was 502 Hemp, there was honeybee.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, honeybee.
And then
that was John's. And then I was selling Kentucky's Best CBD for a while, and then I decided I wanted better flavors. You know what I mean? That's what really brought 502 Hemp, the brand. As far as CBD oil goes, I wanted better flavors.
That was back when CBD oil was hot.
Yes, very hot. Very, very hot back then.
Yeah.
And I did very well on those flavors. I picked some good flavors. Eventually we are going to scale all that back down. Sorry, listeners. We are going to scale that down to some of the just more favorite flavors.
Well, and a new advent for the name as well. Well,
True.
The store will be 502 Hemp, but the product will be Maria Extracts.
Exactly.
So I didn't realize this is like the fifth advent.
It is.
Oh my goodness.
Kind of. I don't really consider Medela or even Honeybee mine, or definitely not Kentucky's Best. I don't consider those my brands. Yeah. 502 Hemp was, and Maria is, and Dee's D8 is. Those are my brands, our brands now.
Dee's D9.
And Dee's D9, yeah.
Which is basically Dee's D8. Dee's D8 is the company. Dee's D9 is really just one of the products.
We just had to change it to a 9 from an 8 because of what it is.
Yeah.
And those are sweet ass gummies. Yeah. So that's kind of how it started. I get into it because my own personal anxiety and depression and sleep issues, but it all started from John's seizures.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Most people know that story. Right. We ain't gonna go there.
No. Yeah, this is all about you and 502 Hemp so far, because I haven't even entered the situation. Nope. I'm just a twinkle in my parents' eye.
Whatever. You're still kind of old.
Yeah, I am. What was the first award that 502 Hemp?
Oh, the very first award was our first Leo. We won Best New Business, Best CBD Oil, and Best Place to Buy CBD Products. We won 3 the very first year we were open. That was in 2019.
Holy crap.
Yeah. Oh, and in 2019, I won the Prospect Strong Woman, Strong Leader Award. And I was one of the top 20 people to know in the healthcare field for Business First. So yeah, 2019 was a pretty freaking cool year.
Big.
I know. Like,
big.
I was on the paper. Like, I mean, yeah, that was pretty cool.
And not, crime times.
Exactly.
You're in the legit paper.
I was on WDRB.
Is there still crime
WHAS.
times?
I don't know. Oh, I think there is.
Remember where I used
my
to
friend sent me
always
one,
see that? Yeah. Like at the gas station, and it's just mugshots of local people that have committed crimes.
I think that still exists. Yes,
you
but no, I've never been on there.
Freaky people on there.
Your next girlfriend, I know.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's basically a dating app. It's basically like.
Moving on.
For me, 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Anyway. Okay, so that's interesting that the Leo Award was the first award. And for those of you listeners out there who don't know about the Leo, it is an obscure little magazine in Louisville that is mostly read by one neighborhood called the Islands.
Pretty much.
It was pretty big at one point in its day. It's kind of
well, and even the voting process. I think it's open to cheating. It really is.
It's shuffled down.
Yeah,
the list,
and I think it's just open to cheating. So it's not what it used to be, unfortunately.
It was at one time a very provocative.
Yeah, and I hate to say that about it. They still have really good articles, but the voting I think should just be one and done.
Well. Yeah. I won't get into that, but it's a humble award, but it's a award nonetheless.
It is.
We'll take it.
We will take it.
We'll take it today. The Leo tomorrow. Whatever. Well, I don't even know what other podcast awards are out there, but we need to start getting into them.
Yeah, we should. We definitely
You all
should.
need to vote for us.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Well, I mean, and so. That was 2019. We won in 2020 as well. We won Best CBD Store, or Best Place to Buy CBD, Best CBD Oil. Those were the 2 I won that year. And then in 21, Best Place to Buy CBD Oil again. And we came some
21 too, though.
Yes, we did with a Courier Journal. We won Best CBD Store.
No, yeah. And we won that this year too. But we won another thing for the Leo. I can't remember.
I can't remember what it was either.
And it's on a sign outside of our building.
I know, that's sad. I don't remember. It wasn't Best Vape, no. But we came in second for Best Vape and Best Edibles.
It was
Best CBD Oil.
Was it Best CBD Oil?
Best CBD Oil and Best Place to Buy.
Okay.
Those were the 2 we won.
Okay.
Wait. Oh, I don't know that we won Best CBD Oil for 21. I think we only won Best Place to Buy CBD in 21.
Really? Oh
yeah.
My God, slacking.
Total slacking.
It's almost like they rotate them.
You didn't vote enough.
I voted on every identity, and I invented new ones.
Oh, you did not. That's cheating.
Yeah. So moving along, for those of you who don't know, our motto is quality, integrity, and knowledge matter.
Yeah.
When did you? And that was here before I got here. Mm-hmm. When did you come up with that? Tell us about that.
I think that was in 2020, actually, the early part of it. Right, you and I met in March of 2020, so I think it may have even been at the end of 19. John and I were talking. I do throw things off with my husband a lot. He has been a good source, good business source, I guess you could say. But no, I just felt like it needed a statement. Like, that's what we are. That's why the whole cheating thing just kind of riles me up, because I'm kind of against all that shit. And the reason I even bring that up is because I had someone approach me on a post I had made about voting for us on Instagram. And he's like, I can guarantee you a win. And I was like, no, I'd rather lose than to win that way. And that's just truly how I feel about that. So anyway, moving on from there. But integrity matters. I think it matters. It just matters. Knowing that, you're selling a good product and you're not just out to make a quick buck. And, we didn't just get in this business to make a quick buck. We got in it to help people. I think all of that matters. And having the quality products, of course. I mean, that's just a must have.
Well, and I think that it also speaks to the wellness aspect of it in the respect of competition. If you're going to try to compete in a corporate setting, you have to sacrifice quality. You have to sacrifice integrity.
And I won't do that.
Right. So we're in essence, arguably, corporate America would say we're dooming ourselves to mediocrity.
Right? That's crazy.
But I'm pretty okay with that.
I would say that I would say our customers would definitely not call us mediocre.
No.
And that's who I care about.
That's why I said in a corporate sense.
Maybe corporate would.
Yeah.
Well, because we're not a franchise.
We don't cut corners.
We don't cut corners that way.
Would save money to increase profits.
Yep.
We don't use certain advertising techniques that we feel are
the scammer stuff that we've had many podcasts about.
Untoward, we'll say.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm proud of what we do and why we do it, and I'm proud of that motto, and that we live by it. And I also like that in our meetings, when something's questionable, we analyze it under that motto. Like, does this fit into the quality, integrity, and knowledge landscape?
Exactly. We were going to introduce, speaking of products, we were going to introduce one of our new D's D9, and I had it tested, and it was lacking the THCV. I'm like, well, we can't sell this.
You just dropped the bomb on a product that we haven't announced yet.
I'm hoping we have it by then.
That will be stricken from the podcast.
No, it won't. Anyway, but that stuff matters. If it's testing and things aren't testing right, we can't have that shit.
Yeah, because if there was something to fake in that gummy, it would probably be the THCV because it's non-psychotropic.
Exactly.
So you could tell people like, whoa, be careful, man. You're going to have mad energy. And they'd be like, oh, I'm zipping around all over the place. And it would be all in their head.
Placebo, but we don't
But then all it would take with them would be for them to have one of those real THCVs and be like, oh, I got scammed.
Yep.
And then you're done.
Yeah, exactly. We don't play that way.
No.
We do not play that way.
No.
So what else you got for me?
Okay. So, we've touched on the future.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us more about where you envision this going. Because, the landscape is changing. Not only is there...
Oh, my gosh,
there's 502 Hemp, the store now.
Right.
There's the brand. We've added brands.
Mm-hmm.
We're converting a brand.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're adding a new store.
Right. 812 Hemp.
812 Hemp.
Yeah, I cannot wait to get it open.
Which is southern Indiana.
In Clarksville.
We're crossing the state line.
Yep, we are. But you're super close to it, dude. He lives really close. So you may see Matt a little bit more than me. Although...
Because you'll be in the kitchen.
I will be in the kitchen. I'm so super excited about this. Yeah. This kitchen, it's totally even better. Well, I have a shitty kitchen at home, but it is a really nice kitchen. I am so stoked. I can't wait to make a whole bunch of goodies. The edibles coming out of 812 is going to be I can't wait. I cannot wait. So much room and space, and we still got some bugs to iron out and things like that, but I'm looking forward to that. I think that's going to be a lot of fun.
So predict, where do you see the company going in 5 years?
Man, I would like to have literally a store in every area code. I really would.
In the country?
Yes. Why not? Dream big, baby, or go home.
Do you think that would be possible with the way with our business structure?
Honestly, I don't know. As much as I would love to see it grow that big, it would definitely take a lot of partnerships with others, and it would be somewhat like
would those partners uphold our motto and our mission statement?
You don't know. You just don't know. Well, and even if we can't have a store in every location, I sure as shit would like to have our product in every single store across the nation. And
every single store?
Yeah, and I don't see why we couldn't.
So
good stores.
Smokers.
Wellness. No, more like wellness centers. Now,
every wellness center.
Yeah, more. Maria extract should be in every wellness center. Our D's D8 and our D9, I don't see why they couldn't be everywhere.
because they don't compete with low quality, low
Oh,
dollar
well, that's
shit.
true. Yeah, we can't have it at the gas station. I wouldn't want that.
So someone who's pulling up and say, hey, what's going to get me ripped?
For cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're going to choose the $10 turd over the
True.
$19.99 to $24.99
True.
properly tested, safe
Although ours is only $20.
product. That's what I just said.
Oh, okay. I missed that. But
I said they're going to choose the $10 crap.
Oh, the $10. Yeah.
That's why I said $19.99 to $24.99.
I don't think
wink,
20's
wink.
bad. 20's not bad at all.
No, but when you give someone the choice,
because I think that's cheap.
hey, this will totally get you where you want to go, and it's $10. This is the primo high quality.
Most
tested for purity, safety,
Right.
and pesticides. It's $19.99.
Well, you do know that most
for?
edibles are like $5 an edible. So $5 for a 10 milligram.
That's the average cost
It
of
is.
edibles in the United States.
Ours is
correct.
much cheaper than that.
Yeah,
So
there's reasons for that too, though.
Yeah, there is.
And that's due to the whole taxation.
Well,
Prohibition by taxation.
We're also not out to
epidemic.
take advantage of people. Like we had an issue with one of our suppliers who was selling it online for cheaper than what they were selling it to us for. And then, of course, that pissed off one of our customers, and she kind of gave us a shitty review. And I was like, that's why we stopped selling it. Because we realized you could buy that cheaper. And then she was like pissed off that we weren't selling it. So I was like, wait a minute, are you pissed because we were selling it at a higher amount, trying to make our money back? Or are you pissed that we're not selling it? Like, I didn't understand her bad review on that, but whatever. I mean, so be it. If you find what you need cheaper elsewhere, go. You know what I mean? That was kind of how I felt about that. But
Well, thank you for leaving us a bad review because that's what makes us real.
that is true. That is true. But I don't like bad reviews at all.
No, but if you know what you can, I have realized in life you cannot please everyone, and you're not going to check every box. Which is why we have our way of doing things.
We do.
And
we do.
We have our, there's a reason why our products cost what they cost because.
Well, and that one was not our brand. So when you don't have your own brand, the manufacturer, they set the prices.
Yeah.
And they can choose to sell it for cheaper than we can.
Well, and what's interesting about that, too, is we've seen a lot of companies that we've partnered with evolve, some good, some bad.
Yep.
We've seen a progression with some partners that has been very positive, and we've seen that people just go to the junk.
Yeah, and we've had to remove their product.
Yeah.
I mean, we're
constantly evolving.
Constantly. And I think I'm glad that we stay up on top of that because if we didn't, one, I don't think either you or I like the fact that every store around us sells the same stuff. I mean, that's just not, to me, that's not cool. And then,
it's just about price.
It's price war. Yeah. And that I'm just like, no, I don't like getting involved in that. So I think that's really how our brands kind of evolved too.
Yeah.
And why we have our own brands with the fact, plus we can control the quality.
Well, quality and need.
Yeah.
Because it seems like a lot of the companies now are going towards how high a milligram can we get you? How fucked up can we get you? How how cheap can we make it?
Right.
And from a wellness standpoint, that's all bad.
Right.
None of that is good, except for the cheap thing. I mean, and we do try to make it as affordable as we can. I think. But as affordable as we can without sacrificing, quality and the needs of the store to keep ourselves up and running, and the website.
Right. And I think I do love how our website you can leave reviews on there as to the specific product. That way when people are shopping, be like, oh, people like it for this reason or that reason or whatever. And then our Google reviews, that's everybody. And I appreciate the 5 stars, 4 stars, and people telling us, how they feel about things, what our staff has done well or what maybe they haven't. I mean, that is what it's for and why it's there.
Yep.
But I mean, I'm pretty proud of our 4.9 star rating. We've worked really hard for that.
And we have the best customer service. We have the best employees.
Well, and we have the best customers. There's a few duds out there. I think that happens anywhere, but we have some amazing customers. And when they tell a friend and the referrals and
And listener base, not just customers.
Well, true.
We've got the best listeners because they're voting for us.
That's right. That's very
they're
true.
Listening.
That's very
You've
true.
made the right decision.
You did.
If you question that today, question no more. So, so 5 years from now, where do you see this?
I don't know. I want to say retired on a beach, but I don't think that's going to happen.
You wouldn't like that. You wouldn't be happy.
I wouldn't. I would be miserable. I like to work. I like to be busy and I like to help people. So hopefully still doing that.
Where would you see the company?
Definitely more stores. I'd definitely like to have some more stores. I know. I mean, yeah, why not?
What if stores become obsolete?
You know, I don't think they will.
What about vending machines?
No.
You wouldn't do vending machines?
You get no education.
What
that
about
way.
Drones?
Nope.
No, just have a drone. What if it was a solar powered drone?
No,
that did not have
crazy.
a gun that would shoot
That's
you.
Silly. No. I think having the storefront, people can come in and talk to you now. Would I be okay with maybe turning to medical marijuana? Yep.
Medical.
But only for so many different things. I mean, there's so many variations that have to be involved,
but medical implies that it would be a medicine that would require some
true
strange
rec's not going to happen.
Of a
Rec
subscription
is not
going
to happen in Kentucky.
You say that. I hope we listen to this 5 years from now.
I hope so too.
Shit.
And I'm eating crow. That'd be nice. Yes. I mean, I'm not going to complain, but I just have my reservations about that.
Reservations about whether or not it's realistic.
Well,
whether you're all dream, you just said dream big.
Well, I did.
Oh man, I don't think medical's
that shit against me.
Anything you say
can and will be used against you. I know.
All right.
I don't know. We'll see. Still doing what we do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Helping others.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I agree. So, last question.
Okay.
Why do you continue to do what you do? I know I have my answer, but
that's so easy.
Day.
Every day, I get it because of our customers. I mean, there's no question about that. Like, no question about it. I don't know if many know this, but in my office, I have cards and notes and just well wishes from customers thanking us and me for what these products have done for them. And that kind of stuff, it gets me in the feels and it gives me that motivation and that determination to get up every day and keep doing what I'm doing. Because I know out there it is helping. It is making a difference in people's lives. Whether it's the CBD oil, the Delta 8, Delta 9. I mean, you know as well as I do that I worked my ass off to keep Delta 8 legal in this state. And it was because of our customers. I mean, did that benefit all of our competitors? Yeah, it did. Did all of our competitors contribute to the funding? No, they didn't.
I don't know that you could call the people that we quote unquote compete against. And first of all, competition is bad. In the sense that you're referring. Are they really our competitors? Because we're not even in the same space.
No.
How many
There's
CBD
no other wellness centers.
Delta 8, Delta 9 wellness centers are there around?
We are literally the only one.
I mean, it's...
And you know what I've been calling it? Cannabis Wellness Center.
Cannabis, whatever you want to call it.
Yep.
The environment that we create, in my opinion, even on our website, is totally unique.
It is. I agree.
So I don't view them as our competitors. I view them as people who sell similar products.
But back to my point.
Okay, sorry.
But my point is that I worked my ass off for our customers. I knew that they needed those products. They need our products.
That's why you did it.
That's why I did it.
We're in the future now. We're back to the future.
Well, true. I will keep promoting and keep being an advocate for our customers for the products that they need. There's no question about that.
No, I agree.
Do whatever I have to do.
And coming from, my previous industry and my previous company, where all you really heard about was the people who bitched and the people who had problems and the people who complained, and basically placating them and getting them to not post a bad review or not do something. This industry, I get to hear so much more about how much we've helped people and how people's, well-being is better, how their pursuit of wellness is now on the right track because they're not stuck to pharmaceuticals, hooked on prescription drugs.
Right.
And that is hugely rewarding. And don't get me wrong, we have the occasional people that have an issue, but they are...
Well, and we try our best to make it right,
we
too.
We do.
We really do.
And that is such the minority to where you don't really hear about it. And I think that has to do with our customer base. It also has to do with what we do and the people that come to see us.
Right.
And why they come to see us.
Well, and, that is a lot about says a lot about our staff, too. Mm-hmm. They do an excellent job. I mean, I'm super proud of all of them.
Because we do an excellent job training them.
Exactly. But, it takes a village. I mean, it's not just about you and I.
It does.
So I got to give props to our staff.
We do. We do. And really I've shopped pretty much I would say arguably every CBD, smoke shop, vape shop in this region.
Well, that's how you chose me.
I've not found any group that does what we do the way we do it with the abilities that we have. So.
Right. And that was super important to me when I started this whole venture. Yeah. I just knew that it had to be educational. And that people...
This is why we're doing this podcast. We don't get paid to do this podcast.
Yeah, no, we sure don't.
Doing this to spread
we
the
pay
word.
to do this podcast. Are you kidding? We pay to do it. But again, it's beneficial. I think it helps people, even people that are in the industry and they want to know, what the latest thing is. I mean, I think that's important to have it.
Yeah.
So all I know is that I appreciate all of our customers. I appreciate our loyal staff. I mean, we truly have been blessed, and I am, they say most businesses don't make it the first 3 years.
Yeah.
So whoop, whoop. Made it.
And I appreciate our listeners for listening.
Yes.
And not just listening, but maybe...
I consider them customers too, though, so I just kind of lump them in together.
Thinking as well. So if you're driving thinking about other things right now, I'm subconsciously getting into your brain and telling you you're thinking good things and you're making the right choices by listening to our podcast.
Stay motivational.
Yes, and stay positive. And, I think that, if each individual pursues their own wellness journey,
yes,
the society benefits. It starts from within, right?
Yeah,
it starts with being an individual. And by listening to this podcast, I think you've taken a big step. I mean, in deciding to be an individual and not do mass media thought process, sheeple, hypnosis, and all the other, things that's out there that people want you to do. And I don't even care if you listen to me or Dee Dee. If you listen to yourself and you think for yourself, mission accomplished. Exactly.
And we're always available. Any questions you have, man, stop in and see us. But definitely, just to reiterate, this week, this day, I believe, October 18th is when this will drop, I believe. Isn't that right?
I don't have a calendar in front of me, but
that is our actual anniversary. That is the day that we opened up our store to our customers. So 4 years in business, super proud and excited. And we're going to have so much fun and goodies and prizes and little gifts and thank yous to everybody that comes in that week.
Yeah. And we got something for all of our e-commerce customers, for the website customers as well.
We do. So make sure that you... definitely. If you're not in our newsletter, you don't get our newsletter, sign up for it. You can do that on our website or even in store. We have 2 that we send out pretty regularly, once a week. We try not to spam your email too much, but we list our sales in there. We list if we're going to be open or closed, any, newsworthy information, when we were trying to fight that SB 170 bill. I mean, that's kind of stuff that we will need your help with. If it happens again this coming legislative season, I'm going to ask for your help again. Yep. So just keep that in mind. Make sure you're following us on social medias, Instagram, 502 Hemp, 502 Wellness Center on Facebook. Definitely, reach out to us if you have questions. If there's issues, info@502hemp.com. We'll do everything we can to make it right. But again, we appreciate you, and we know that we would not be in business without our amazing, loyal listeners and customers. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Peace.
Thanks for joining us for another episode of Hempin' Happiness with the Hemp Queen
and Emperor.
Keep your mind ever open and expanding. Like, subscribe, review, follow us, all the good stuff. And
keep it hempy out there.